Do you have a view on the Laxey River flooding?
Um, I mean, obviously, very sorry for the heartbreak that must have caused for the people who have had their houses flooded. I was pleased that the bridge was still there at the end of it, because obviously that was a bridge that caused a lot of controversy over when we got that done. And yeah, I felt
It shouldn't have happened, should
well.
it?
I felt for the politicians who were then left in the position of having to apologise for the mistakes that had been made. It's I know that nobody had willfully or deliberately gone to try and cause that problem. And part of the problem, it's not. I mean, yes, there were I'm sure mistakes have been made, and I'm sure that these will come out in the what. I was going to say in the wash. These mistakes will come out as the investigations go on. But there was a huge amount of rain came down. We get this quite a lot with the commissioners. Regularly get when these big heavy floods come on. The gullies aren't clean. The roads, you need to get this sorted. You need to sort the other. We send the gully emptier out, and he says, well, they're all empty. It's just there's so much water falling. We can't, the road drainage system isn't designed to cope with it anymore. And I think there's some of that. If the 97% of scientists are right about climate change, and it's certainly looking that way, we're going to get lots more of this sort of thing happening. We, as I said before, we aren't investing sufficient amounts in our infrastructure. I mean, flooding is a great example. There's about 200 identified flood risk areas on a plan that was produced by the DOI during my term. This 5-year term, 20 of the 200 flood risk areas were to be addressed. So we've got an area in Ballafesson which is prone to flooding. It's something like 120th on the list. It could be 20 or 30 years before we get to it. Now that, to my mind, is telling you there's nowhere near enough money in that budget, because the serious damage is going to be caused to people's properties on a regular basis until such time as those 200 items get cleared off the list.